a tough situation. My son was bullied mercilessly all through high school, middle school, and high school. And I was kind of perplexed too, because it did not go on in his classroom. It often went outside, after school, walking home, whatever. But one day, the kids did it in front of me. And I thought, if they're so, emboldened that they will do it in front of me, it must be bad. So the answer to the question is, there's a consciousness raising that's been going on in the last 10 years about bullying, and people like me really didn't understand then that even if it wasn't occurring in front of the teacher or in front of the staff, that there were still things I could do. So there is kind of this increased awareness about bullying, but there's also an increased definition of what constitutes bullying, and it doesn't have to be an aggressive affirmative act. It can be an ignoring, an excluding, that happens a lot too. So anti-bullying laws and policies apply across the board in the classroom to all students, both regular and special ed students. And now, because there's been so much litigation, and everybody also has heard about cyberbullying, which I'm not going to talk about now, but it's sort of an extension of the campus bullying. Most districts will have a written policy in their code of conduct, and we think all the districts should be doing this, but some districts are actually taking it seriously rather than just paying lip service to the idea of taking it seriously. And those districts are doing campus-wide sensitivity training to impart in the other students the notion that you have a duty to prevent bullying if you see it going on. You need to talk back, basically. So that would be in the better districts. And what you can do is go into your district's website and look at the code of conduct, and that will give you some ideas about what the district policy is on bullying. But the short answer is that there's something called a Williams complaint, which you file with your school superintendent and put the school superintendent on notice. You can also file a complaint, these should all be written complaints, with the Department of Education in your state. And then the final thing is you can file a complaint with the Office of Civil Rights. You have to make sure you do that within 180 days of the incident. All three, districts, state, and Office of Civil Rights, should investigate, they should issue written findings, and they should let you know what happens with your investigation. So even if you are only hearing about the bullying from your child and nobody else is reporting it, you don't have to take it sitting down. Now, in terms of the legality of bullying or the possibility of filing a lawsuit, you should be aware that there's different types of bullying, and those types of bullying have different statutes of limitations. So if you're serious about this, you want to have an attorney consult early on so you can protect your rights, because some of the bullying has only a 6-month statute of limitations, whereas if you are saying, my child didn't get a free appropriate public education because he was bullied, that's subject to the normal 2-year statute of limitations in California. So I just wanted to end by saying most attorneys that do either education law work or disability discrimination routinely have clients in for an initial consultation, and that consultation is free of charge. And I would really encourage parents to reach out and get that education. I think it'll help them a lot in terms of how to deal with the situation on the ground at school. And I just wanted to leave you with a couple of resources for that. Usually your State Department of Education will have a list of education attorneys that you can contact in your state. And then there's a great organization. It's called Council of Parent Attorneys and Advocates. It's abbreviated COPAA.net. And they're for the 50 states. And they would also have lists of attorneys that you could contact. So, you don't have to just suck it up. You can, be proactive on behalf of your child. And it's really not just for you, it's for the entire education community. We all want to go to school in an environment that feels safe to us. So that's how I would approach that problem.